Hey, what is up, my YouTube homies and cheesy minions and all of that? I have another battle here against MrChabry, a fellow YouTuber, an excellent battler, and a connoisseur of the lower tiers, much like myself. This is a PU match, which I like to call pretty useless. Yes, I know that's not what it stands for, technically, but it's a really fun tier. Technically the lowest official Smogon tier, although ZU is an unofficial tier below that. But basically PU is still technically, well, it's still going to be really fun because there's just a ton of stuff you never get to see in it, and that's why it's always fun. So I'm going to go ahead and lead a Dodrio. I know that I saw that Primeape, and Primeape is actually one of the scariest things in PU, to be honest, especially with a Scarf. It can hit really hard, and yeah, it's just pretty excellent. Either way, I do lead with my Dodrio. He's probably afraid that I'm Scarfed as well. Dodrio is faster. I'm actually a Banded Dodrio, and I know that Quick Attack wouldn't kill me, and a Close Combat actually could. I'm sorry, a Stone Edge, if he has that, could kill me. So I decided just to switch out to my Quagsire. He goes into Probopass, not wanting to risk it himself. Like I said, he thought that maybe I was Scarf as well, probably. But yeah, he just goes into that Probopass. I decided to go for the Scald instead of the Earthquake because I predicted, I guess, a different switch. I mean, obviously, he has this Quagsire. This thing can have Water Absorb, but most of them in PU are going to be the unaware walls. So that's actually what mine is too, I believe. So yeah, I'm just going to go into my Victory Bell, though, and this is pretty much the best thing I got for this. He does go for the Earthquake, which is a slightly stronger move, and it ends up doing more than half to my Victory Bell, which is really not what I wanted to see, because, you know, this is actually something that I can actually potentially do a lot of work on his team as an offensive threat, because I have Sunny Day, and Chlorophyll, and Solar Beam, and Weather Ball, you know, all that fun. But I also have Sleep Powder, so I'm going to go for that. Unfortunately, taking that damage is going to really hurt my chances to set up with his Victory Bell. And it's also, conversely, really bad because Victory Bell is really the only thing I have that can hit his Quagsire really hard. Quagsire is going to actually be problematic for both of our teams. So anyway, in comes his Electros as I just go to my Regirock. I decide I really want Stealth Rock set up because this is going to probably come down to a chess match type of battle of attrition. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the Protect to see what he'd do. He did knock off my leftover, so I don't get any thing from that, but I just wanted to scout because, you know, Electros can do a lot of stuff. They can be, you know, physical, they can be special, they can do kind of whatever. So I see the Drain Punch. It kind of leads me to, I mean, I also saw Volt Switch, but I kind of believe this thing's going to be physical because, yeah, I don't think he'd be carrying Drain Punch unless it was primarily physical. So I'm just going to go for, and plus he has knockoff as well. So I just go for that Sunny Day. I try to get it off, but it doesn't work because, yeah, I just die. And it ends up probably being a bad idea for me, too, because, I mean, I do have Fire Punch here on this Hitmonchan, but even then it's not going to do a whole lot. Plus, you can just go into Quagsire. I'm just going to go for a Drain Punch of my own, kind of predicting Quagsire. And, yeah, actually quite a bit of its HP, which is pretty nice. I don't think it's a 2-hit KO, but I'm going to try for it anyway, hoping that maybe it'll over-predict and not go for the recover. Maybe I'll get a crit, I don't know, or it'll just, you know, that was min damage. No, unfortunately it does live and is able to set up the recover. I don't quite do half to it after his leftovers, so unfortunately that is going to force me to switch out. But I know that I can actually get some really nice damage here with Hitmonchan against the Quagsire. It looks like his Quagsire might not be max physical bulk if I had to guess. It might be more of a mixed bulk Quagsire. Mine, I believe, is more or less max physical bulk. But anyway, Quagsire is going to go ahead and just switch out now, and in comes the Probopass yet again. And I just go for the substitute, figuring, hey, yeah, I kind of predict a switch. And first I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. But then I realized, oh wait, this is actually not that great for me because I don't actually have anything to hurt this Probopass on my Articuno. In fact, the best thing I have is this Hurricane. And he appears to be like a special defense Probopass, so he's going to go ahead and break my sub. What I really should have done with that turn is roosted, because honestly, Hurricane was not going to do that much. I was kind of maybe hoping for the, you know, Confusion, because that could have helped, but no, I probably should have just roosted, get my HP back to full. But, oh well, gonna go into the Quagsire again, as he just goes for the Stealth Rocks. So now we both have rocks on our field. I do have a Spinner in Hitmonchan, so if I can get into that, I can potentially spin. Part of the reason I chose Hitmonchan on this team was that, but anyway, in comes Electros again. I decided to go for the Earthquake this time, thinking that he might stay in like he did last time, but that's actually kind of silly because he already did set up those rocks. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was thinking, predicting a different switch in. I'm not entirely sure, but he goes into Electros, which obviously has the it has the Levitate, so it doesn't matter. Just going to go for the Toxic, though. It's going to go ahead and get this thing Toxic Poison at the very least. This is a really annoying Pokemon. It's probably Assault-Vested, so it's just going to be really hard to get damage on it. But he does have this healing move. He does have the Drain Punch, and actually you can see it does quite a bit to Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan doesn't have great bulk, though. But with the Toxic, it's going to limit the amount of turns this thing can stay in and harass me. But, yeah, in comes his Quagsire again. That's the thing I really would like to get Toxic Poisoned if I could, but I think he has Toxic as well, and I don't know if I want to trade for it. Either way, I decided not to go for the Rapid Spin right off the bat, instead going for the Drain Punch because he did so much damage to me with his Drain Punch. I needed to get some HP back, and yeah, I actually get some nice HP back from this Quagsire. I decided to do it again because I am getting more HP than I'm losing with my Life Orb, and I kind of figure he's just going to go ahead and recover, but instead he goes for the Scald. So, he doesn't get the burn, thank God. That would have sucked. But this actually puts me in a really nice position here because his Quagsire has to switch out or he's going to risk losing it. I don't think he wants to lose Quagsire, obviously. I know that this Haunter is a thing that can come in and obviously spin block. That's actually the reason I think I wasn't spin blocking, but I'm like, I'm going to predict Haunter here, go for one of my elemental moves, and Haunter's defense sucks, so it actually gets taken out by that Ice Punch, which is really great for me. Unfortunately, well, the good thing is I got rid of his spin blocker on that Haunter, but the bad news is I do have to switch out against his Primeape before I can actually Rapid Spin. And yeah, this Primeape is going to be a really good revenge killer for him because I don't have anything for I don't have anything for this thing. Pretty much everything I have gets 2-hit KO'd, including Regirock, which obviously is one of the biggest defensive Mons ever, although it is weak to fighting. So there you go. I had to sack something off. I decided to eventually sack off my Regirock, and that allows me to get my switch into Dodrio. Now, like I said, I'm not going to outspeed the thing, but I do have Quick Attack, and he is at -2 defense. I was hoping that maybe he would stay in this time. Knowing that I switched out first turn, that would, maybe tip him off that I'm banded, and maybe he wouldn't think I have Quick Attack, because I don't think a whole lot of Dodrios actually run Quick Attack anymore. But no, he does go into the Probopass, which is an excellent play for him. I just have to go in my Hitmonchan. I hope to God I can live a hit from this thing. And I do, so I live with 11 HP. He doesn't have a resistance for fighting anymore, so I know the Drain Punch is more or less safe. I mean, obviously I could go for the Rapid Spin as well, but after the Life Orb it would kill me. So I need to get HP back here. I just go for the Drain Punch. He ends up stacking me his Quagsire, which is pretty excellent, because this thing could have potentially recovered against a couple of my Pokemon, and just been a huge problem, but I'm going to be able to take it out. But unfortunately, it does let him go right back to his Revenge Killer. So I made that conscious effort to sack off his Quagsire, and now I do have to switch out. I'm going to go into my Articuno, because honestly, Articuno gets walled by the Probopass, and after the 50%, I would have liked to Rapid Spin so I could get Articuno back in, but I needed something to sack, and Articuno was the thing. So down goes my Articuno, and I'm actually going to go into Quagsire, because Quagsire can live one close combat. Like I said, I do have max physical bulk on my Quagsire. I probably can't live 2 close combats, because that's how strong Primeape is, but I could probably live 1, and then get the Scald on it, which after 2 close combats, you'd be at -2 special defense, and that would basically kill it. But anyway, he's going to go ahead and Drain Punch my Quagsire. As you can see, it's not going to do a whole lot due to my physical bulk investment, and I can just go ahead and recover, which is fine. I know that, this thing doesn't threaten me at all. He already knocked off my item. He's probably Assault-Vested. So, wait, maybe he's not. Does he have another move? He has knockoff. No, he's probably Assault-Vested. But yeah, I'm just going to go for a Scald again, and he's going to Probopass. It is super effective against the incoming Probopass. End up getting the burn too, which is funny, but not really. Doesn't really matter because it doesn't have any physical moves or anything. Doesn't negate his leftovers, I guess. So yeah, he's just gonna go for that Flash Cannon. And this is a really weird sack to me. I guess he figured that he can get rid of his Probopass because my Articuno is gone. But this Probopass also kind of walled my Dodrio because I actually don't have Jump Kick on it. I really should put Jump Kick on that Dodrio. But my Dodrio doesn't have it, I don't think. I think it has, yeah, I think it doesn't have that. Maybe it does. I have to check. But either way, obviously, it resists the stab moves of Dodrio, so because I'm banded, he'd be able to come in. Does mine have... Oh, I'm going to go ahead and check. Stop this narration real fast and check. Yeah, apparently I put Knockoff on it instead, so Return, Quick Attack, Brave Bird, Knockoff. I should probably put Jump Kick on it. Definitely better for the PU meta. But either way, yeah, I'm just going to go for a Scald. As he goes out into Electros, and even though that thing is, I think, Assault-Vested, it doesn't really matter because it's really close to dying. He's going to go ahead and Drain Punch, trying to get some HP back. I think I do go for a recovery here. Basically, what I need to do is keep Quagsire healthy enough that I can live a Primeape hit. And that's what I really need to do, because if I can't keep Quagsire healthy enough, he can basically sweep me with that Primeape. Obviously, I do have that Quick Attack on my Dodrio, but my Dodrio can only switch in, I think, 2 more times. I mean, I know I do have the odd HP, so that's good. But the obviously it's already taken 50%, so it can switch in 2 more times. Actually, it can switch in a third. Wait, it can switch in no, it can switch in 2 more times, and then it can't switch in anymore. There you go. I had to think about it. So in comes the Primeape. The scary thing itself, and yeah, he's just kind of hoping that I'm going to leave my Quagsire vulnerable. He's seeing that I'm just recovering up here. He did get the Toxic off on me, so that thing's actually not Assault Vested like I thought it was. It actually does carry the Toxic. I knew redoing this recording or rewatching it, like it's not Assault Vest. For some reason I knew it wasn't Assault Vest, but at the time I probably did think it was Assault Vest. So there you go. You're getting like a live reaction all over again. I do decide to go for the Earthquake against the Primeape, which honestly might have been a misplay. I needed to get damage on it. I probably should have went for the Skull just for the burn chance. But now I'd have to sack something off because I don't really want to lose Quagsire. And my Quagsire will not survive another one. But what this does do is it does do enough damage to the Primeape that I'm pretty confident my Dodrio can come in here and kill it with a Quick Attack. So I'm going to go for that. Actually, no, I can survive. Okay, I can survive 3 more switch-ins. Okay, I'm good with that Dodrio. Thought I switched in 1 more time, but I didn't. I should really be paying attention. But anyway, Electros is going to come in and die. As I lock myself in a Quick Attack. It's a good move because not only does it allow him to go into Flareon here and potentially wake up, but it also resets the defense stages of that Primeape. So I'm going to go into Quaggy. I'm down to just this Quaggy, and I'm down to Dodrio. And really, if he gets the first turn wake here and kills my Quagsire, and he probably could because I'm really low on HP, I think that would cause him to win because I can't obviously kill a full HP Flareon with a Quick Attack, and I would need to lock myself in a Quick Attack or lose to the Primeape, which obviously can take me out at this range from a close combat. Thankfully, he does not get the first turn wake, so thank God for that. I actually made a mistake there. I probably shouldn't have went for the recover. I should have just went for the damaging Earthquake here to get the Flareon into Quick Attack range. Although, honestly, the Flareon probably doesn't have anything that can do much to max physical defense. Quagsire from half HP anyway. So getting rid of the Flareon will clinch the game for me because this Primeape is just going to go ahead and not actually even finish off Quagsire. But if he did, I still had Dodrio in the back to Quick Attack it. But it ends up living, so I'm just going to be finishing this off with this really bulky, I don't even know what this Quagsire thing is. But, yeah, so that was a great game there again, MrChabry. Always a pleasure. Our games are always really, really good, really, really close. Check him out. He's a excellent YouTuber. He also posts a lot of Pokemon content. Check him out in the video description. And today's question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite gaming controller of all time? So obviously everyone, this is a big part of any console, whether it be handheld or obviously TV consoles where you actually have separate controllers. This is a big part of the console for, a lot of generations, not only the specs of the console, but how much you like the controller. Now, Nintendo always kind of does Nintendo historically has done a lot of, innovation when it comes to that. You have the Wii remote, you got the Nintendo 64 controller, which was obviously different at the time. You can do a lot of things with that. Now you have the Nintendo Switch, and what do you call those? The little things that snap off. I don't remember what they're called. I have a Nintendo Switch, and I don't remember. Joy-Cons, that's what they are. But as for me, I think, honestly, my most comfortable gaming experience is gonna go with the classic. I had a PS2 growing up, and honestly, never other controller really felt natural to me. I love the PS2 controller design because it fits right in your hand. It has just the right enough buttons, that you can do most things without it being overly convoluted like a lot of the other next-gen consoles seem to. It's just a natural progression off the classic gaming formula that, the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, which I also grew up on. I do like the Nintendo 64 and the Wii remotes. I was addicted to that for a long time, but it just didn't hold the test of time. Although Nintendo 64 has to a certain extent, but there's a lot of things that annoy me about the Nintendo 64 controller as well. But no, I have a PS2 controller. I still play games with it. I actually have a little thing that lets me stick into my computer and use it as a joystick. Yeah, it's pretty great. So leave a comment on that. I'm sure a lot of you will have differing opinions on this matter because, throughout the years, there are so many good controller designs coming from various gaming companies. So leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time. Later.